Gentlemen, I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. So we've had a look at the BL10, basically the ISU 152 with the BL10. So today we're going to look at the tank that leads on from the ISU, and that of course is the Object 704. Now the Object 704 has the same gun, so of course it has that BL10 that is an absolute beast. The BL10 is the gun is an absolute beast. But what is the Object 704 like? Now, it used to be a very, very popular tank back in the day, same as the tier 10 version, the Object 268. Now, they are still quite strong tanks. They are still very strong tanks. But the thing with the Object 704 is it doesn't really have too much else going for it. Other than that gun, it doesn't have that much going for it. The armor profile isn't great, although you can still get some troll bounces on this tank. But of course, when you come up against some tier 10s, then a lot of tanks are not going to bounce, and they're just going to absolutely rip you apart. So we're going to have a look at the stats, and then we're going to get into some gameplay to show you how I think you should play this tank. So as you can see, the whole armor is 125 millimeters, not the strongest. As I've said, you might be able to get some troll bounces, but troll bounces is literally the best that you're going to get. The DPM 2,961. So in fact, it's got the same gun as the ISU 152. It's a tier higher, but the DPM is a little bit less than about 200 or so less than the ISU 152. So you're going to see tier 10s, but yet you've got lower DPM, which isn't great. The reload time is 12.9, so basically 13 seconds for your reload. Penetration 286 on your AP, 329 on your APCR, and 90 on your HE. So even the penetration pretty much the same as the ISU 152, but again, you are a tier higher, so you're going to come up against tier 10s, whereas the ISU, you're not going to see tier 10s, you're going to see tier 7s with all this penetration. 640 alpha, 545 on your APCR, and 960 on your HE. Aim time, again, isn't great at 4.5. Dispersion is 0.353. It has 6 degrees of gun depression with a top speed of 37 kilometers per hour. So, yeah, I mean, it used to be a popular tank back in the day. Nowadays, the whole line is not so popular. There's nothing wrong really with the tanks, but there's just other tanks out there that people do prefer. And the Object 704 especially, it isn't the strongest of tank destroyers in tier 9. Now again, the way that you have to play these tanks, just like I said with the ISU 152, is be patient. You do have to be very, very patient, and that is what a lot of people are not doing. A lot of people are not very patient with these kind of tanks. They play them wrong, me included. I'm not no saint, you know. I'm always playing these kind of tanks wrong, and it is very, very easy to play this kind of tank wrong because you have to be very patient. You've just got to sit back and wait it out, and that is something that I cannot do. I have to sort of sit at the back, and then maybe I get a little bit bored, and then I start pushing. And sometimes it does mess me up because I start pushing a little bit too hard, and then I get caught out, and I just get absolutely wasted by the enemy team. So yeah, I mean, when you're up against tier 8s, of course, you can maybe be a little bit more aggressive, but I still strongly recommend you don't, because you are still going to get penetrated. Even against tier 8s, you're still going to get penetrated. They're still going to be able to destroy you, even though you do have the BL10. But you could do 640 alpha. Also, if you do come up against some lighter tanks, then I would suggest you to try to use the HE, because that will really pump up your damage. So you can see here, I'm really not playing it how I should. I've got the Hori here to my left-ish, in front, and I've got the Waffle to my right. So of course, I'm going to switch to HE, go for the shot for the Waffle. Can I get a nice roll into him? 988. Very, very nice roll. Now, that's the only reason I'm pushing forward here, because I know he doesn't have gun depression. I wanted to get under this ridge. Luckily, he does start to run away, doesn't see me, and I am able to get the kill. No idea what this IS-5 is doing. I don't know if he's just staring, but yeah, for some reason, he doesn't want to shoot, unless he is reloading, but he doesn't want to shoot right now. And we do another nice shot, and because the way or where he hit my gun, basically on the mantlet, you're not going to pen that. And because the mantlet is quite big, as you can see, it is quite big. So if you do wobble, you know, side to side, then there is a chance that they will shoot your gun mantlet, and you will be able to get a block shot, some block damage. So just a couple of tanks. I mean, a very, very easy round again. I'm gonna have I think I'm gonna have a stupid shot here where the guy just goes in front of me. I accidentally actually pressed that shoot button. I don't know why I pressed the shoot button, but yeah, I did. Not good at all. But yeah, it's like I said, it's an okay tank. It depends on how you want to play the tank. And if you're going to play it like I'm playing it here, I've got no choice to be aggressive, but I'm with my team. You know, I'm not just being aggressive because I want to be aggressive. I'm being aggressive with my team. And that's the difference, you know. If you've got your team with you, as long as they don't, aim at you, as long as they don't focus you, then you will be okay. And that's what I mean with a tank like this. If you're going to be aggressive, always make sure that you have that cover, whether it be from a building, whether it be from your guys on your team. But you got to remember, if you're caught in the open, you're the one without any turret. So if there's a medium tank or a light tank, if you get caught out in the open, then they're just going to sort of focus you, and they're going to try to get rid of you, because again, you've still got a dangerous gun, which means you are still dangerous. Even though the tank itself is not the greatest, you are still a dangerous tank because of that gun. And when you could do shots like that, it's a very, very nice 751 average roll. So I'll take that all day long, considering it is a 640 alpha gun. I will take 750 all day long. So yeah. And again, this is where I mess up. And I mean, I don't really mess up this game at the moment, but this is where I normally mess up. I'm sitting at the back, and I start being very impatient. So I want to move, and I wanted to get that shot off there. Again, I should have just waited for my opportunity. Then if I would have just waited a little bit longer, I would have had this shot on the Panther 2 a lot sooner. Again, another nice roll there, above average, 669, and that is what you could do. So 1400 damage, 2 shots. I am now sat at the back of the map. We got 2 tanks down on the enemy team. That SMV is about to die very, very quickly, and I do manage to get the shot on the Conqueror there. And again, a 680 roll, which is above average. So you can get the above average rolls quite often in this tank. So at the moment, we are on a 5 versus 5. Now, I am going to mess up, but I really wanted to show this game because I don't always want to show the games that I do, or people do 5, 6, 7,000 damage. I want to show tanks games that could what you could expect from the tank. So obviously that shot there, I completely messed up on the Conqueror. We got the AMX 1390 there, so of course I want to go for the HE, but it doesn't matter. I do manage to clear him thanks to one of my teammates. And again, look, I'm using the teammate, and I'm using this wall for my protection. And just before I reload, I am going to start pushing forward, but it is a 3 versus 4 at the moment. I do get shot, but I'm now going to just back up because I don't want to be shot whilst I am on a reload. So we're only on 846 hit points right now. We are losing on supremacy points, and it is now a 1 versus 4. Now, the only reason I wanted to show this is because I really do mess up, and it's frustrating because I could have easily won this game. If I wouldn't have took that first shot from the Conqueror, or if I would have actually penned the first shot on the Conqueror, then maybe this result would have been different. So what I'm going to do now is, I know the Leopard is coming around. I've got a max roll loaded, which is why I didn't want to go for the HE. I just wanted to go for the normal shot. I've got a max roll, and we do manage to clear him. And now that actually changes the outcome right now, because that changes what I want to do, because I am now winning on supremacy points. Now, I don't have the hit points, but I do have supremacy points. So if I can just stay alive long enough, then I could win this. I could easily win this. That is until, of course, I turn this corner and there is the EXP right in front of me. So sadly, I am now a one-shot. I stupidly let him get around me, and yeah, game over. So you make one mistake in this tank, that is what the outcome could be, and that is what I did this game. I made a couple mistakes and I paid the price. And you've just got, again, I keep saying it because these tanks, it is very, very important. You have to be patient. That game, I wasn't so patient. I pushed forward a little bit. Probably didn't need to push the Conqueror. I could have still sat back, and if I was patient enough, I would have probably got shots on him from a distance, whilst my team Emil would have taken the shots, and I would have still been full hit points. And I still think if I was a little bit more patient, I could have won that game very, very easily. So let me know your thoughts on the Object 704. Still a good tank, but it's only really a good tank because of that gun. Hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye-bye. With